Hi, I'm Old Man Steve, and when I'm not hunting bear in Sugar Grove or deer in Elburn, I'm at home watching TV 17 outdoors.
Pleasant good evening from Bruce Peterson Field here on TV 17 Sports. I'm Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gus. Jim, it almost feels like opening night.
Yeah, it really does, Larry. Obviously, last week, the same thing that happened the last couple of years. The game was postponed due to weather, and looks like we might be okay here, but typical early fall weather. It's possibility of rain, damp field, and we'll see what happens.
And consistent with years past, we've got a visiting Chicago Public League school coming in who we really don't know much about, but in addition to that, we've got a bunch of new faces here on this Kaneland Knights team.
Yeah, I mean, look at the teams we've had in the last few years. You know, a lot of those guys were together for many years, all the way since youth football, and now you got a bunch of guys who are getting their chance to make a name for themselves here at Kaneland High School. A lot of new starters on offense and on defense. I'm excited to see what these young guys can do. A little bit smaller team than we're used to seeing in the last few years, but I gotta believe they're talented and they have the heart of a knight.
Yep. You know, and once that music kicked in, Back in Black, it's just like no place else better to be here on a Friday night.
Absolutely.
TV 17 Sports, back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
Many jobs today now require your fingerprints on record before you can be considered for employment. Midwest Fingerprinting of Sugar Grove uses live scan technology to get this done. Live scan is the inkless electronic system to capture fingerprint images in a digitized format that can be transmitted to the Illinois State Police for processing. You need this for all kinds of jobs, including school bus drivers, hospital and nursing home employees, car dealers, scrap metal recycling centers, as well as applicants for concealed carry firearms. Just contact Vic Chrissy at Midwest Fingerprinting at 6 South Main Street and give him a call to set up an appointment.
Well, pleasant good evening from Peterson Field here in beautiful Maple Park, Illinois. It's Friday Night Lights, high school football at its finest. It's Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gust, and Jim, it looks like the Knights will be receiving to open the game here tonight. Got a nice little break from the weather.
Yep, I was taking a peek at the radar there, Larry, and Weatherman Gust says clear the rest of the evening.
So for some reason, Marshall waited for the scoreboard pregame clock to go all the way down to 0 before sending out the kickoff team.
We like to refer to that as they're conserving energy, Larry.
They had a long ride out, you know, with the weather. Don't know if many of you saw the opening week broadcast, but Kaneland did emerge over Chicago Brooks last week. They overcame some turnovers early, and the defense stood in the red zone. Hopefully they won't have their backs to the wall that way here tonight.
As we know and all our fans know, Kaneland's going to have to clean that up, because as the season goes on, the competition gets tougher and tougher, and you cannot afford to have penalties and turnovers. This team is going to have to play flawless football as this season progresses.
So as we get set for the kickoff, number 83, Tyler Paulson, settling in at about the 15-yard line. He reeled in a couple touchdown catches last week, had a big game. That's going to bounce. He fields it on the hop right at the 20, works his way to the left side of the field. To the far side, he's got blockers across midfield and out of bounds. A nice return and good start here for the Knights.
Yeah, we don't have the bodily statistics on the program this year. I'm sort of missing that. I like to see what the guys are made of size-wise, but this is a bit smaller than what we're used to seeing. This is sort of a throwback to, I think, the 80s and the 90s size teams here, Larry.
Yeah, you got to go way back. Marchuk with quick hitter, pumps it, keeps it, runs, and is drilled. Nice hard tackle there. Number 22, Roger Williams.
Roger Williams, number 22.
On the Marshall defensive stop with the sound tackle.
The play almost at the beginning looked like it was a broken play, and it appeared to be set up as a pass play, and then Marchuk didn't see anything, so he just tucked it and took off.
Well, you know, and we don't need a program to say that this team is much smaller than last year, but I mean that goes without saying. Those guys averaged 260 plus across the line, tackle to tackle. Nice pitch and catch there out to the left side. Tackle by number 2, Emonte Hall. We may modify that name.
Nice defensive play. He was right on him. The catch was made, and then Federley just had nowhere to go. It was a nice round the ankle tackle, and that's how you do it.
3rd and 3 from the Marshall 38. Marchuk with time, pumps. Complete for just a split second, but then dropped as Green was driven to the ground. You got to think that they're going to go for it here, Jim, on 4th and short.
Well, this is Marchuk's first go-around as the starter this year, and he's going to learn when you see that much open territory in front of you in the way of turf, that's when you just sort of take what the defense gives you, I think.
Well, and when you look at the long line of the great quarterbacks this Kaneland Knight team has had, much of their prowess was in their running ability. Nice catch! Oh, Marchuk floated that out perfectly, and Mitchell Green took it in stride. Driven out of bounds, but a great pass and catch there.
Yeah, Marchuk had plenty of time. He just sort of looked very relaxed back there and put just an absolute beautiful touch. I'm impressed with the way the ball looks coming out of his hand, and it was just perfectly timed.
Yeah, you read my mind. Touch was exactly it. Had enough air under it so Mitchell could run under it. Fresh set of downs from the Marshall 16. Single back set. Again, looking right. This time he's going to run. Thrown down for a short gain. Tell you what, Marshall's got a couple big guys up front there, Jim.
Number 75 with the tackle.
Indeed they do. They've got some guys who are stout on that defensive line.
Yeah, notably number 75, Elijah Davis. Yep. Who's lining up at the nose guard position. Can tell you also be looking for number 57 defensively, returning captain and leading tackler for Marshall, Travell Taylor. Marchuk again with time into the end zone, complete, touchdown, touchdown, Kaneland. Tyler Paulson once again making a name for himself.
Found a spot right there in the seam down the center of the field, which Marchuk, excuse me, again being very patient, waiting for the play to develop and just nailing that pass. Now this is something I've been looking forward to, is who's going to take the place of number 7.
Well, that would be number 6, Drew Franklin. Low snap, they're going to have to throw it to the end zone, and it's complete. Conversion for 2. The Bear Claw Isaiah Barrenclaw reels it in, and the Knights are out to an 8-0 lead. We'll be back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
What are these people running from? They're not running from, they're running to. They're running to places like Sheer Image Salon in Elburn to buy TV 17 coupons. They're also running to the Farmers Insurance Office in Hampshire, as well as Pegs on Main in Maple Park. Join the crowd and buy TV 17 coupons.
Welcome back, sports fans. High school football, night style. Kickoff fielded by number 22, Roger Williams, up the right hash. That's some hard running out there, Jim. Nice return out across the 25-yard line.
Took that one just a little bit outside the end zone, and a nice return there for Marshall. Got it out
First and 10 for Marshall.
just about, what, to the 27 there?
41 of the defensive stop on that kickoff return.
Well, I tell you what, the opening drive, the Kaneland Knights came out, completed some nice passes, no design running plays. Marchuk had a couple keepers, but I tell you what, an impressive fourth down conversion to Green, and then the offensive line gave him all kinds of time. Paulson found the seam, and the Knights are up.
That was a nice drive. I think they may have made some adjustments in their offensive scheme with Swithers being
Mismatch of four receivers out here to the left side. Quarterback could not get the ball away. And that was number 53, Jacob Gomes, with the pressure. He really made his presence known last year as a sophomore.
Had a nice sophomore campaign for the varsity, and picking up right where he left off. He's a good-looking athlete.
He really is, but you know, we were noticing there probably wasn't within the camera angle, but you know, Marshall's running this spread offense. They sent four receivers down to the numbers. Initially, Kaneland had two defenders over there, and then finally a third came over, but there was a mismatch. So Roger Williams shifts into the single back set. They screen it to him, but Andrew Cray was all over him. You talk about a defensive tackle smelling out the screen or the dump pass.
That play just never had a chance to get sort of set up, and the Knights defense just smothered and really just blew the play up. And quarterback still went ahead and made the throw, and that's your buddy, Imonte Hall there, number 2, turns around and from the defensive side to play quarterback.
Some good athletes there playing both ways, as you oftentimes see. And you've got the bigger of the two backs there. It's Wesley Walker, number 19, in. Intended pass, defended well, but the bear claw.
Yeah, he was right there when the pass got there. That could have gone either way. I was almost expecting a flag to be thrown there. It was close.
Fourth down for Marshall.
Isaiah Barrenclaw, to be proper. I'll say his name correctly once, but then from there we're going to nickname it. I hope parents and grandparents are okay with that. It looks like Marshall has taken a quick time out, and so will we. We'll be back in a moment here on TV 17.
Kubota RTVs have been the best-selling diesel utility vehicles in North America for the past 10 years, and now they're even better. Introducing the new X-Series RTVs from Kubota. They're redesigned, rugged, and ready. Right now, get 0 down and 0% APR financing for up to 48 months during Kubota's Gear Up and Go sales event. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
So Marshall has straightened things out after the timeout. They will punt. Facing 4th and 10. They get it away. That's Connor Federle fielding it on the fly at the 44-yard line. Makes a couple guys miss. Steps out of bounds as he crosses midfield. So the Knights will have good field position.
Yep. Anytime you can start on your opponent's side of the field, you're feeling pretty fortunate, and that's exactly where the Knights are going to begin.
15-10 for Kaneland, the Marshall 48-yard line.
So the Knights quickly break the huddle, come to the line with a 5-receiver set. Marchuk looking left. The wheel pattern. And Federle took a shot, was knocked out of bounds as that pass fell incomplete.
The quarterback for the Knights has to be pretty. There isn't a lot of leeway, as you know. He doesn't have the big, tall, lanky receivers like the Knights have had in the last few years. These guys are a little bit more compact. Not putting anything against their athletic ability, but you have to lay that pass in there pretty accurately for them to make the catch. And that wasn't that far off there. That was close.
Did a nice job, yeah, on the timing, laying that out. First design running play of the night given to Alec Aurelio. Tackled for no gain. But yeah, from the stature standpoint, it looks like the Knights have 3 or 4 Wes Welkers out there.
Yep, which can be a doggone good thing, but you don't have that sort of margin of error on where you place the ball.
As you take it back all the way to 2006 when you had a 6'5" Casey Crosby going up and getting them. But you're right, over the years the Knights have had some taller receivers. Quick hitter, that's Federle. Nice reception, makes a couple guys move, breaking it back across the game. All the way down to the Marshall 35-yard line. I tell you what, a nice run after catch.
Yep, nicely done. Showing some good footwork there and some good moves. Scared me just a little bit at the end there when he started to come back this way a little. Once you get that first down, you want to head north and south.
Well, and quite honestly, you know, Connor Federle looks much quicker this year than what I remember last year. Been running the ropes or something. Marchuk pressured from behind, just gets rid of it. Nice reception here on the near side, and that's Connor Federle once again going up and showing some good hands.
Yeah, Marchuk got flushed out of the pocket there and kept his composure and found the open man Federle for another night first down.
They're up at the Marshall 21-yard line.
So between Federle and Paulson, they've got a couple sure-handed receivers who have a knack for getting open. I love the encroachment as both guys on either side of the line pointed at each other. It was on the offense. Marchuk looking left. Federley again. Spins out of the first tackle, out near the first down.
Nice little spin move there by Federley to avoid the first tackler, and picked up a nice gain there for the Knights. And another nicely thrown ball there by Marchuk.
Tell you what, this Knights offense certainly finding a rhythm that they did not have in the first half last week. Pretty impressive thus so far.
A much better beginning to this football game than they had last week. And again, tip your hat to them. They were able to recover and turn things around last week.
Marchuk looking left. Complete. Picking up the first down. Tackled about the 5-yard line.
Free with the catch.
Brock Harner with the reception. Kind of funny, if you notice us hesitating, we're learning a whole new roster and set of numbers.
We sort of got spoiled the last, I would say, good 3 or 4 years. There were some guys that were together in a group, and you sort of just, it's second nature. You get to know them, and this is a pretty relatively new group of guys that we're seeing out on the field.
They look like they're coming together well. The quick slant off the left side. It must have been Paulson on the reception.
He's up second down.
Oh, it was 82. Oh, it was Harner. I thought it was 83.
Harner with the catch.
You know, now there's a consistent, though. You know, how many years have you seen a Harner out in the Kaneland Knight varsity?
Yep. That's a different family, I know, but not the same family. Same name, different family.
Marchuk, all kinds of time, flush from the pocket, pumps, goes to the back of the end zone. Kevin Fuchs, touchdown! Touchdown, Kaneland!
Yep, good job of scrambling there by Marchuk. Nice job by Fuchs getting in the open and staying in the play, and a nice catch on a high ball.
Marchuk, good presence to find some time, and Kevin Fuchs got open in the back of the end zone, reeled it in. Touchdown Knights. So the Knights had the low snap and ended up converting an unconventional 2-point conversion after their first touchdown. Marchuk with the spot, gets it down. And Franklin hammers it through.
That, hey, they don't put a picture on the scorecard, do they, Larry?
The line drive in the scorebook. No style points there. It's a 15-0 lead for the Knights. Back after this here on TV 17.
Many years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park, or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
What are all these people running from? They're not running from, they're running to. They're running to places like Hudson Style and Sugar Grove to buy TV 17 coupons. They're also running to the Purple Store in Caneville and Diamond Lube and Oil in Hinckley. You better run and join them because TV 17 has the hottest coupons in town.
Here with the kickoff. First Williams, now Walker picks it up and gets it out to almost the 20-yard line. Nice high kick, confusion on the reception, and good coverage by the Knights.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous for Marshall. Anytime you're you know, sort of playing keep away with your teammate down that deep. But they were able to corral it and get it out, at least out into some reasonable territory there to start their drive.
Well, we kind of chuckled at the extra point, no style points. It did go through, but I tell you what, Drew Franklin's showing a strong leg. Got a lot of leg and height into that kickoff. So with just under 5 minutes left to play, Marshall's gonna start from their own 18-yard line. Emonte Hall, complete to Williams, makes the first man miss, still on his feet at the 30. Tell you what, Roger Williams is a tough runner after he gathers that pass in.
Made a nice catch and a nice run after catch.
And I don't see a flag on the field, but I do see referees conferring in 2 different spots, Jim.
That's going to nullify that pass. It appears that there was an illegal receiver downfield.
Ineligible man downfield.
Well, certainly Marshall can afford to make mistakes. They're obviously a bit undermanned here in this ball game, as the score indicates early, with a 15-0 deficit. So they cannot afford to make mistakes.
So Hall in the shotgun, takes a high snap, gets rid of it quickly, tackled near the original line of scrimmage, and another flag does come down.
That might be roughing the passer.
Williams with the catch.
You are correct, and that will be an automatic first down.
That gets them back in the plus side for yardage with the walk-off. And again, that's just a matter of self-control on the Kaneland defense, knowing that you cannot do that after the ball has been released.
So again, Marshall sends 4 receivers here to the numbers, and you've only got 3 Kaneland defenders out here. Somebody's got to realize there's a mismatch. Oh, design screen overthrown, intended for number 22, Williams.
Roger Williams, number 22.
I would hope defensively somebody would figure that out.
They were sort of, looked like they were having some sort of discussion on the defensive side on who was supposed to be the 4th defender over there. But the way that play lined up, they were going to have a sort of a wide receiver screen and use the other three guys as blockers for the receiver.
Right. Well, and I would think by default it's got to be whoever the furthest outside linebacker is. Hall, intended here on the near side. Tip pass reeled in by Williams. I tell you what, I'm impressed with him as an athlete and a football player.
Another great play for Marshall, and a heads-up play by number 22 there, never taking his eye off the football. And that's one of the toughest plays in football, is trying to concentrate on a tip ball. And he did an excellent job and picked up some yards after the catch, or what we like to refer to as yak.
Well, and I tell you, he's a strong runner. He is not going to go down with the first hit. At least we haven't seen that so far tonight. Hall, flush from the pocket. He's going to run. Works the corner for a very short gain.
Hall with the keeper.
Logan Strang, one of the first Kaneland Knight defenders on the scene.
Number 50, Logan Strang, with the defensive play.
I'm kind of impressed with this Marshall team. They're keeping their composure in spite of it all.
Yep, they overcame the penalty after their first nice pass play, and now they've got it cross midfield. Let's see what they can do with it.
Number 81 is not on the roster. All the way here to the numbers in the near side. Hall stays in the pocket. Down the right sideline, Williams was open and dropped it.
A for sure touchdown. And sometimes the hardest pass to catch is the one where you're wide open and it's a perfect play. And he will have nightmares for years to come about that one, Larry.
Wow, good players will come back and make up for it, so I would keep an eye on him, and he'll certainly have a shot at other touches here. But no doubt about it, the green in his eyes must have blinded him. 3rd and 8 from the Knight 49-yard line.
The Knight defender on that play was beaten badly, and most likely we'll be hearing about that in the film session tomorrow.
Empty backfield, quick hitter. In and out of the hands of Samuel Davis. Mitchell Green on the defense for the Knights.
Samuel Davis, the intended receiver for the Commandos.
I could see a good shine of some moisture on that football. I don't imagine it's probably the easiest thing to catch from the moisture. I mean, if you could see that reflection all the way up here in the booth, you know the ball is hard to catch. That's a couple of deflected balls that we've seen so far.
So the aforementioned number 22, Roger Williams, showing the athlete that he is, dropping into punt formation. Certainly defenders need to keep an eye on him. Federley back at the 15 to receive the punt, and he is going to run it. Gets a block across 45, and he's got that first down.
Hey, why not? I mean,
I wish I would have told him to look for that.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. You got to keep an eye on these guys. They've got nothing to lose coming in all the way out here into the cornfields to play a football game from the city of Chicago, and that's the sort of play that will boost your sort of confidence, and Kaneland's going to have to react to that.
Well, and remember I said he'll be looking for a chance to make up for that drop, and I tell you what, he really showed some explosive quickness there.
Yeah, they've gone to a wildcat sort of formation there as number 2. The starting quarterback went over to the sideline for a play.
Well, and I did have the privilege of speaking with Coach Jarvey Lewis Bay from visiting Marshall earlier today, and he told me Roger Williams is the returning MVP on this team, so certainly a leader. So Emonte Hall back in at his quarterback position, takes the high snap. He's flushed, and he's going to run through the first line of defenders, picks up the first down, and tackled about the 24-yard line.
Nice run there by Emonte Hall. I'm not sure if that was ever going to be a pass play, Larry. He tucked that thing in pretty quick, and some real nice moves through the forest, as they say. Come on, D!
Seduces are wild in the backfield as you got number 2, Emonte Hall, flanked by Roger Williams. Hall gives it to Williams, trying the right side. Cuts it up after a short gain. Nice pursuit by the Knight defense there.
Jake Holmes, number 53, involved with that tackle.
The Marshall coach looked a little demonstrative on the sideline. Not sure if they called the play that he wanted, but as they regroup, very, very impressed with this number 22. He can catch the ball, he can run with it.
So you're saying Coach was a little frustrated? I had a former boss who was from the deep south, and he used to tell me, Larry, don't get frustrated. Timeout on the field, and we will take one as well. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors here on TV 17 Sports.
Pure Hopper Sports in Aurora has the best selection of sporting goods in the Fox Valley. Just name the sport and they have the gear. From baseball bats and baseball gloves to running shoes, as well as a wide assortment of sweats. We have jerseys of all your favorite teams, including the White Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and yes, we also have lots of Bear and Packer items too. Plus, we carry apparel from all of our local high schools. That's Pure Hopper Sports on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
JR Shooting Sports is your complete shooting sports retail center with a full line of shooting accessories and Winchester ammunition.
We have the widest selection of high-quality over and unders and the knowledgeable sales staff to pick out the right one for you. We carry a wide range of Winchester loads, including pistol shooting, upland bird, and steel for waterfowl.
Try the most reliable ammunition available from Winchester on our computerized shooting range. Visit JR Shooting Sports today, a mile west of the Fox Valley Mall on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora.
Welcome back, Kaneland High School football fans. TV 17 Sports here to start the second quarter. Marshall has got a good drive going, and that is Roger Williams with the reception. 22 yards by number 22. Touchdown, Marshall. Just like that.
Roger Williams.
You know, we were talking about this Marshall team not giving up. They overcame a penalty, completed some passes. And Williams ran for it from the punt formation, and next thing you know, we got a one-touchdown game.
Yep, fourth down conversion was the biggest play in that drive. Of course, a couple of nice runs there by the quarterback and by Williams, and then a beautiful play there by Imante Hall to his #1 receiver so far, Roger Williams, and the score.
High snap, quarterback keep. He slips and will not get in. So the Knights lead by 9, 15-6. We'll be receiving a kick after this here on TV 17 Sports.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Look at you go. 9 miles per hour. Is this your backyard or the Autobahn? The wind in your hair, leaving blade after perfectly cut blade behind you. A mower this fast isn't supposed to cut this well. Guess we broke that rule. The Easy Track Z600 series with a 4-year limited warranty.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers in Hampshire. We have 3 other locations to serve you: Harvard, Wakanda, and Libertyville.
Welcome back, high school football fans. TV 17 Sports. This is week 2 of the 2014 IHSA season. The Kaneland Knights were impressive in the first quarter, scoring on each of their first 2 drives. Short kick fielded at the 45.
That was by design, I think, Larry. They were trying to catch the Knights off.
You know, I don't know if
there.
it was. He sure took a hard swing at it with his leg.
But it looked like a definitive hook shot to me.
Oh, yeah. You're right about that. but not your typical onside kick as we normally see them. But anyway, as I was starting to say, Kaneland looked really good on their first 2 drives, and then the Marshall Commandos pulled it together at the end of the first quarter and then converted on a 22-yard touchdown pass to start the second quarter. Paulson on a swing pass here on the far side, really showing some quickness. And
they chewed up a big chunk of the clock there too, Marshall did, on that drive.
Yeah.
Number 2, Hall, is up 2nd and 3. The Marshall 48-yard line.
You know, maybe it's just way he runs with the ball after the catch, but Tyler Paulson really does kind of remind me of a little Wes Welker. Marchuk with lots of time, works it to the right, complete to Green, still on his feet across the 20, and a late flag comes down.
Number 22 with the reception.
Not a good spot for a flag for the Kaneland Knights. Typically, you're going to see a hold or an illegal block there.
Unless the defender inadvertently got his hand on a face mask.
Yeah. We'll see, but that's a spot foul, so it won't completely nullify if it is against the Knights.
Illegal push in the back.
Yeah, that shouldn't come all the way back, should it? That should just be spot foul, so that's 10 yards from the point of where it occurred. Yeah, so the Knights will be still in first down mode.
So from the 37 rather than the 27. And Mitchell Green kind of impressed me with a real nice glide to his stride.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Good-looking athlete. Again, just about every single one of these guys, except for Federley, getting an opportunity to play on varsity for the first time.
Quick hitter on the right side. And that was Federley?
Yes, it was.
Second down.
Hard to see on the far side of the field. And I like the way Marchuk gets rid of the ball quickly on some of these slants and quick hitters. Good decision making, good crisp release. Aurelio up the middle, picks up a few. That'll bring up third down and short.
Yeah, good looking run there by number 23 there, Aurelio.
The Marshall 30-yard line.
This is an interesting down for Kaneland. I mean, in years past, you would probably see a quarterback draw or, you know, a sort of a smash mouth look, but this is a little bit different type of ball club, I think.
Completely different. 3rd and 3, quick hitter. We're looking for Federley on the slant. Thrown a little behind him.
Miscommunication on that one. Marchuk threw that one out, and Federley was going in.
Or Connor ran that slant deeper than what Marchuk thought he was going to. Either way, it was
not on the same page.
No, sir.
Brings up a really, in my humble opinion, a huge 4th down, considering that Marshall took the ball, what, 90-some yards for a score on their last drive.
Sure did. Coach Federley did not hesitate to send Marchuk back in with the play on 4th and 3. All kinds of time. Intended for Paulson, falling incomplete over the middle. Commandos will take over on downs.
Yeah, that play didn't look like it had a chance there from the press box. Lots of traffic around number 83. Marchuk had all day to decide on a receiver on that one.
He sure did, and he showed some pretty good arm strength, a lot of zip on the ball as he was trying to thread the needle. Like you said, a few defenders around Tyler Paulson. So now a very pivotal series for the Knights defense.
I agree with you. The defense needs to make a statement here with either a 3-and-out or a turnover, Larry.
Monty gives to Williams. Hit immediately by Logan Strang and followed up by 3 or 4 teammates.
Logan Strang, number 50.
Nice penetration by the defense there.
I think the message was clear from the coaches on the sideline to the defensive team that you better gang tackle number 22. He's not having any of this one or two guys take me down in this ball game.
Second and 12.
He's a good athlete, strong and explosive. So now Williams is in the slot on the left side, and you've got Walker in the backfield with Hall. Straight drop. Airs it out, intended for Williams, underthrown, and a late flag comes in.
They're going to call interference on the defense there. Flags all over the place. Three different refs threw flags on that.
You know, call me a homer. I don't agree. The ball was underthrown. I don't know that they necessarily really did interfere. I don't know it was a catchable ball.
Automatic first down. You can call it what you want it. Obviously, interference is a subjective and opinionated call on the referee side, but either way. That's why you play the ball and not the man, right?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. First and 10 for the Commandos from their own 42. Marshall takes a timeout. We'll pay some bills and take one as well. Back after this here on TV 17.
Attention campers, attention campers. If you're looking for a new or pre-owner travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacation Land in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacation Land RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
If you like pizza, TV 17 Coupons has some great deals. How about $20 worth of menu items from Pisano's Pizza in Elburn for $10, or a large cheese pizza with 3 toppings, a $20 value for $10 from Genoa's Pizza in Sugar Grove. Save money. Use TV 17 coupons.
So Coach Bay conferred with his quarterback, and now they come back to the line. First and 10 from their own 42. Hall with time, intended for Williams on the left side, overthrown and falling incomplete. Kyle, the real deal on the coverage.
It was a nicely thrown ball. Could have gone either way there. It was sort of a toss-up between the defender and the receiver. But the receiver appeared for a brief moment there to be open.
That he was, but Deal did a good job of closing. One thing about Hall is his balls tend to float sometimes. Not the strongest of arms. I think he does better when he can throw it on a timing route, kind of hang it out there and let his guys run under it. Second and 10, shotgun, 2 receivers split to each side. dumped incomplete off the left side, intended for number 32, Krishan Harris.
Krishan Harris, the intended receiver.
I was worried the Knights might get flagged for that hit on the quarterback just after he released Jim.
If anything, that was incidental, just sort of a continuation, and it wasn't malicious or anything, so I think they probably took that into consideration.
So now the Commandos are almost forced into a passing situation here with incompletions on first and second down. Now they're going to that 4 receiver set on the far side again, and again a mismatch. They come back to the near side, nearly intercepted. Danny Hammermeister, Johnny on the spot, kicking himself for not having the pick 6, but he was there to defend that pass.
On the defensive play,
May have been counting the 6 just a little prematurely there, which very difficult to do as a defender when you are out there and the ball is staring you right in the face. But the first thing you got to remember is you got to catch it.
Well, in 10 years, I have never sent a note to the locker room at halftime, and I won't today, but somebody's got to get word to that defensive team out there to make an adjustment when they send 4 receivers that far side. The punt fielded on the bounce by Federley across the 30, working his way here to the near side. Tell you what, that was kind of gutsy, but he had room and time to do it, and he saved a good 10 yards of field position by doing so.
And the Marshall quarterback, Imante Hall, turned defender, puts a nice stick on Federley there on the punt coverage.
Well, and I think we've kind of seen this over the years with some of our inner-city non-conference opponents, sometimes not the most organized or cohesive group of guys, but sometimes some really skilled athletes out there. Marchuk from the shotgun with time, scrambling to the right, he's going to tuck and run. Across the 40, steps out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Nice decision there.
Yeah, the only advice I would give him is don't hesitate. When you see that open like that, take off. Get as many yards as you can, protect your body, get out of bounds, but don't hesitate.
Well,
take off immediately.
And I started this thought earlier. I'm glad we're coming back to it. You know, as we've seen the great lineage of Kaneland quarterbacks, one of the strengths has been the ability to do it just exactly as you had said. Make the decision, tuck it, and run. Marchuk again with time down the right sideline. Receivers open. Intended for Federley, just incomplete. Don't know if the defender just got his hand on it there at the end.
The pass just needed a little more air. It came in almost in a line drive fashion, and the defender was just in the right place to distract the receiver. Would have been a fantastic catch if he had it.
Slightly underthrown, you're right, it would have been. Fuchs motions from the right to the left side. Jake, complete to Connor.
Federley with a catch.
Short gain.
Mack with the tackle.
You know, one thing I'm impressed by with Jake Marchuk is he seems to have good poise and presence, that he gets that snap and he's content to sit there and trust his coverage and let those routes develop.
I would agree with that, and is the tip your hat to the offensive line tonight, giving him just, I mean, really all day to throw. Now it's up to the receivers to sort of make adjustments and get open for him.
3rd and about 7. Marchuk to Federley, complete. Nice pitch and catch of about 12 yards, picking up the first down. Connor did a nice job of going up and getting that, showing some nice hands there.
I would agree. Yep, he's showing some nice poise in the pocket. Again, as we mentioned, as the opposing talent gets tougher, he may not have the luxury of sitting back there, so he's going to have to sort of learn on the fly how to make on-the-go adjustments.
Jet sweep here to the near side. Paulson cuts it up inside a block. Out to the 25-yard line.
Nice play there. I like the way this kid runs. He runs with a purpose.
Got some Welker in it. How many times did you see Percy Harvin run that same play to perfection last night? And
yep.
Tell you what, you get a receiver with good speed, you get him that head of steam, and you time it well, it's tough to defend. If you're that defensive end or outside linebacker, you cannot hesitate, or else he will have that corner. Nice pick up there. Marchuk to Green. Made the first man miss, picks up about 7 or 8 yards.
Nice job that time by Marchuk, recognizing the blitz, getting rid of that ball quickly, and Green doing a nice job with the ball after the catch. And again, heads up play by the quarterback there.
Well, and it's nice to see Jake finding somebody else to go to. Obviously, Federley is his primary, but a number of good receivers to work with. Aurelio up the middle. Good misdirection there by design.
Yeah, they had Paulson come in motion as if it may have been a pitch play, and then they go right up the gut with Aurelio, and he picks up the first down. Good looking play call.
On the Marshall 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
So the Knights have 1st and 10 from the Commando 11. Ball on the far hash. Marchuk with time, looking left, now running right. He's got the corner, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Kaneland. Marchuk with an 11-yard scamper.
Again, taking what the defense gives you is the sign of a good quarterback using his head. He saw the opening and went right for the corner, and a nice job, and a much-needed score for the Knights after giving up a touchdown on defense. Turn it around and come down the field and put some points on the board.
We talked about the ability to run, and a lot of times that's just a matter of a little experience and confidence, and Jake showed both of those there as he scampered to the corner, and Drew Franklin hammered that one through. Knights extend the lead to 16 points. Kaneland 22, Marshall 6. Back after this here on TV 17.
Shab in a lake is a great place to go fishing, and you can do it in style with your TV 17 coupon. You get a motorboat and life jackets. That's an $85 value for only $40 from Lakeside Boat Rental. The offer is good Mondays through Thursdays. And when you're done fishing, stop in next door at the Poconoka Restaurant for a large cheeseburger with fries and a drink. That's a $10 value for only $5 with your TV 17 coupon.
If you're trying to sell your car, boat, RV, don't use these magazines. They don't work. Just use TV 17. We'll come out and take a picture of your vehicle, do a voiceover, and air it on TV 17 Car Show. And it only costs $25. And it stays on the show until it's sold. I'm selling my van on TV 17. just call 892-1648. Forget these.
Welcome back, high school football fans. It's the Knights under the lights, week 2. Jake Marchuk with an 11-yard scamper puts the Knights up 22-6. Here in late second quarter action, Roger Williams takes the return out to about the 26.
Nice job there by Williams getting the Marshall Commando in decent field position to start this drive. Let's see if the Knights can shut them down here and turn around and put some more points on the board here to complete this first half of football.
Ball to Marshall High School, 28-yard line.
Well, and you talked about how important it was for the Knight defense to assert themselves after the the first score that Marshall had to start the second quarter. I think this is an equally important series for both sides of the ball. And look at this, a unconventional broken bone from the shotgun. Monte Hall on the scramble. Quillos with a nice hit.
Ball on the keeper.
That's the kind of hit you expect a guy wearing number 51 to give, Jim.
That's the first sort of pad hit I've heard tonight, and you could hear that one all the way up in the press box.
And the loyal TV 17 fans know that we love it when we hear pads popping up here. So Brandon Quillos out of his linebacker position, making his presence known. Monte Hall fumbles the snap initially, flushed to the far side. Good pursuit by the Knight defense for another tackle for loss.
Jake Gomes.
Gomes put the old, what I like to call the smother move on. He just engulfed the quarterback.
He and Andrew Cray both. Many of the Kaneland faithful looking for cover here as the rain coming down.
I guess weatherman Gust was a little, apparently I missed one of those green spots on the radar when I looked the last time, because there is some, I don't think this is going to last long though.
Yeah, like they said in Caddyshack, I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for a while yet. I'll tell you this, I'm glad to be in the box tonight.
All right, so am I to understand that Larry Brassfield is going to start quoting Caddyshack now?
It'll be a long night for the TV 17 listeners if we do. Commandos take a timeout, and so will we. Back after this, TV 17.
Many jobs today now require your fingerprints on record before you can be considered for employment. Midwest Fingerprinting of Sugar Grove uses live scan technology to get this done. Live scan is the inkless electronic system to capture fingerprint images in a digitized format that can be transmitted to the Illinois State Police for processing. You need this for all kinds of jobs, including school bus drivers, hospital and nursing home employees, car dealers, scrap metal recycling centers, as well as applicants for concealed carry firearms. Just contact Vic Chrissy at Midwest Fingerprinting at 6 South Main Street and give him a call to set up an appointment.
2:49 left to play in late second quarter action, and the rain has really started to come down here. Marshall Commandos looking at 3rd and 14 from their own 24. Dumped it off to the near side and falling incomplete. So Marshall will be forced to punt.
Not an envious position to be in with as a punter, or for that matter, the long snapper.
Tell you what, yet another thing I'm impressed with tonight, the rowdy section.
The Rowdies came out tonight with a mission. And the mission so far is looking pretty solid.
V-I-C-T-O-R-Y, that's their cry. Williams gets the punt away, a knuckleball of sorts, fielded on one hop by Federle, working his way all the way back across here to the near side, tackled right about midfield.
Number 2, Amante Hall.
Covered a good 48 yards and picked up 3. But had he made that last guy miss, he'd still be going.
Still on the plus side of the field. Kaneland in good field position. And the rain is coming down pretty good right now. The Kaneland cheerleaders do not seem extremely pleased with the weather conditions right now, but it looks like their raincoats are doing the job.
Throwing the rain gear on, I'd say they're being troopers about it.
Yep.
So now with just over 2.5 minutes before halftime, can the Knights put one more score on the board? Marchuk pressured from the backside, and he will be tackled for a loss, one of the first times here tonight.
Yeah, that time Jake just waited too long. I mean, you gotta get yourself a little room to work, get out of that pocket when it collapses like that. He just hung around a little bit too long on that one.
The Knights have called the timeout, but we'll keep it here through the break. And I agree that he did not have his greatest sense of urgency, but you know, in only his second varsity start of his career, he's getting a feel for things, and pocket presence is certainly one of those things that will come to him. Yeah. And on the other hand, you know, he's shown the ability to have good patience and trust that pass protection. So the Knights call a play at the sideline and bring it to the line. 2:22 remaining here in the first half. 5 receivers. Marchuk with time, quick hitter off to the right side. That's complete to Green. To really admire the confidence in the passing game, even in these conditions. They don't hesitate to throw 5 receivers out there and say, we're going to throw it.
Just shy the Marshall 45-yard line.
Well, that's the spread offense. Once you're committed to that, I mean, you're going, regardless of the weather conditions, you're sticking with the game plan.
3rd and 6. Marchuk to Paulson with the sliding catch on a post pattern. Nicely done.
Yeah, he just made an excellent play. First things first, catch the ball, worry about everything else later. I'm impressed with that play.
Well, and that was actually, that little skinny post for Paulson was what they had attempted on 4th down a couple series before. That one fell incomplete.
Back on the coverage for Marshall High School.
But you know, that play there, going back to that post pattern to Paulson, it's just a crisp route and timing, and you can tell that they've worked on that.
Yeah, post move. And Paulson showing some nice quickness and getting out into the sort of the soft side of that zone, really.
Right.
And a nice pass.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Jim. That soft part of the zone is, you know, the split between the linebacker and the safety. And he finds it well. Marchuk pressured and runs and steps out of bounds. Now that's exactly what we were hoping that he would do. And, you know, we have the privilege sometimes of seeing a maturation process. And I tell you what, the more I watch young Jake Marchuk, the more impressed I am.
Yeah, he just picked up a couple there, bringing up a 3rd and long. But, again, you keep the drive alive.
Well, and 2 things. He avoided the sack and he stopped the clock.
Yep, and no turnover.
Win, win, win.
I go back to that post move. Paulson, you know, he's money with the catch.
Slotted on the right side, Federle wide here to the left. Roger Williams on a blitz off the right side end for the first sack of the night. I believe that the Kaneland Knights have suffered.
Roger Williams.
Coach Fairley's called a timeout, and we'll take one as well. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
That was
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
Fourth and 16 from the 31. Marchuk steps up in the pocket, airs it out to the end zone. Complete. For a touchdown. Connor Federle. Touchdown, Kaneland.
Well, not much you could say on that other than nice throw, nice catch. And almost like a Hail Mary play, because it was 4th and a mile, and the Kaneland Knights, when it looked like they were headed in the wrong direction, turned it around and put 6 on the board.
So with just 1:08 to play, Marchuk scrambles, finds a way, airs it out. Federle got open and came down with it.
Franklin's kick is good.
Franklin's point after is good. Kaneland Knights 29, Marshall Commandos 6. Back in a moment, TV 17 Sports.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Just over a minute left to play here in the first half. Week 2 in the IHSA football season. Kaneland Knights extend their lead to 23 points. Jake Marchuk to Connor Federle. 31-yard touchdown pass. Roger Williams for the visiting Marshall Commandos returns the kick just across the 10-yard line.
See how Marshall decides to play it with a minute left and a half, down big now. See if they go conservative or if they just try to air it out here.
Well, they've only got one timeout, and the Knights have, no, they have no timeouts. The Knights have one. And yeah, you would think that they might lick their wounds and just keep the ball on the ground for a play or two. Head to the locker room and try and regroup. Stranger things have happened, though, and you certainly can't just assume that as a defense. Hall and Williams in the backfield for the Commandos. Direct snap to Williams, who takes it right up the gut. I think they're thinking along the same lines as we were just thinking that they might. Keeping it on the ground, they'll snap the ball one more time and head to the locker room.
Derek Law involved with that tackle.
So, contrary to the opening week, to where the Knights struggled early, tell you what, Not a whole lot of mistakes, a couple of impressive drives, and the Knights defense has really played very well with the exception of one Marshall drive.
Yeah, no turnovers, and they're minimizing the penalties, and that's what they're going to have to do all season to be competitive.
Another direct snap to Williams, who's swallowed by the Knight defense.
Williams with the ball.
And the clock will run down to 0. A pretty impressive first half of football here in week 2 for the Knights, leading by 23. 29-6 Kaneland. Back with the second half after this here on TV 17.
No matter what equipment you need for the home or the farm, you can find it at Duquesne Equipment Corporation in Big Rock. Duquesne carries a wide variety of steel products, especially chainsaws for homeowners and professionals. We have a large selection of Honda and Cub Cadet snowblowers to take on your typical Midwestern snowstorm. In fact, 3 Cub Cadet models were named as Consumer Digest Best Buys. We also carry Honda generators to provide power when you need it. We sell Kubota RTVs, one of the best utility vehicles on the market. For the big jobs, we have Gale skid loaders, little giants known for exceptional power and hydraulic performance in small places. And then there's the Versatile Tractor Series. From the versatile 250 seen here with a Landau tillage attached to the powerful 550 tractor. Versatile four-wheel drive tractors offer the choice of manual or power shift transmissions in most models. We also have a fully stocked parts department, a full-service repair shop, and we offer pickup and delivery service. That's Duquesne Equipment Corporation on Route 30 in Big Rock, Illinois. Call us or visit our website.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Two-point conversion, give the Knights 29. Visiting Marshall Commandos just 6. Walker running hard up the middle and hit even harder. Logan Strang once again.
For the Knights.
Well, and we were talking about the evolution of Jake Marchuk as we witnessed it. He kind of got spoiled over the years, not just with Kaneland Knights quarterbacks, but also with Kaneland Knight linebackers. Most recently, Gary Koring, 3-year starter. Walker with Hall in the backfield. Pressure, gets rid of it. Nearly intercepted. Isaiah Barronclaw on the coverage. Well, but even if it's just a fumbled snap or a high snap, he may take off. Quite an athlete. He does fake it. And he ain't going nowhere.
Sweet field position.
Boy, I think the risk far outweighs the reward there. And Brandon Kigos in perfect position made a nice open field tackle. But yeah, my goodness, given a powerful Kaneland Knight offense, 1st and 10 from your own 19. Marchuk with 5 receivers. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Pressure from the back. Complete to Kevin Fuchs on a crossing pattern. Comfortable position. Well, you know, and I'm glad you mentioned the feet because there's a fine line. Because I've noticed Marchuk will actually stand flat-footed for the first second after he takes that snap. Now, on one hand, it's good. He's composed and he's letting the patterns develop. But on the other hand, he's got to be able to get ready to move. Deep to the end zone, Green. Gets him down, touchdown. Just like that, the Kaneland Knights convert on the stop fake punt and stretch their lead.
Yeah, not exactly sure what the coaches were thinking on the fake punt, but you give a team that kind of field position, and with the weapons and the spread offense, it's just hard to cover everybody.
I would think all 5 of the Marshall Commando fans on the opposite side of the field are questioning coach's call on that one. Look at Drew Franklin hammering that through. Knights by 30, back after this on TV 17.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition, because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora, and visit us on the web and on Facebook.
I'll plug in that other mic.
With 9 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, the Kaneland Knights have extended their lead to 30. A 6-yard touchdown pass.
Sports in Aurora has the best selection of sporting goods in the Fox Valley. Just name the sport and they have the gear. From baseball bats and baseball gloves to running shoes, as well as a wide assortment of sweats. We have jerseys of all your favorite teams, including the White Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and yes, we also have lots of Bear and Packer items too. Plus, we carry apparel from all of our local high schools. That's Care Humper Sports on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
Drew Franklin's kick high and received about the 7-yard line. That's Williams working his way to the far sideline.
Roger Williams, number 22 on the return for Marshall.
Tackled about the 25-yard line.
No, with the initial hit, number 1. First and 10 for Marshall.
So at this point, Jim, quite frankly, the Knights make a stop, and if they can convert, could have a running clock and be out of here quickly. But I tell you what, I think Coach Federley is going to be really pleased when he watches film. Significant improvement from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, which is obviously, as a coach and your staff, you strive to get better each time you go out, and it's obvious that they've done that.
Timeout, Marshall.
Commandos take a timeout, and so will we. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Leading by 37, the Knights are up 43-6. 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Marshall tries a jet sweep, and I tell you what, great defense. All 11 Kaneland Knight defenders were out there.
Yeah, it looks like they're making some substitutions here now on both sides of the ball, and you love to see a lot of hats around the football because good things happen.
The Marshall 20-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you cannot stress enough at every level that pursuit and swarm tackling just makes every defense better. Commandos actually lost 5 on that play. Faced with 2nd and 15. Direct snap to the running back off the right side. Krishawn Harris.
Harris, the ball carrier.
Back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Esposito with the tackle.
And you're right, Jim, it is good to see the substitutions coming in. Because although the reps are important for the starters, they're equally as important for these substitute and second stringers, because depth is so important for any team.
Well, and you just, I mean, at the high school level, you love to see kids that are putting in the time and the effort, get some time on game night.
Same play, direct snap to Harris, trying the right side.
Harris with the ball.
Swarmed under by literally 8 Kaneland Knight defenders, which will bring up 4th and long. You know, we were talking earlier about the Knights' schedule, and they'll have Rich Central High School here again at home. Knights really fortunate, which started off with a schedule mishap, but 3 consecutive home games to start the season. But Rich Central, we really don't know much about.
No, I haven't had a chance to really do any scouting on Rich Central yet, but again, it's nice to start the season with 3 home games, especially when you're fielding a pretty new squad of players.
Kind of getting their legs under them, and they certainly have hit their stride here tonight. I'll tell you what, Paulson really did want to field that punt, but the way it just kind of squirted around, discretion, the better part of valor there.
And Mr. Barronclaw almost got himself into the doghouse there by kicking the ball with his, trying to get out of the way there. He was fortunate.
The Barronclaw. You know, that's I joke about George Bush and Michael Jordan, you know, making up their own words. I guess I do the same thing. The Barronclaw, you're old enough to remember the old wrestling. Oh, Corpola mishandled a errant snap and does a good job to cover it. But back to Barronclaw, I remember Baron von Roschke, old wrestler, and he was the Claw. Maybe he's the grandfather to the Barronclaw.
Maybe, and then I remember in the movie, what was it, Liar Liar, where Jim Carrey used the claw on his kid. You remember that? The claw.
And poor Isaiah, if he's listening, he and his parents are saying, you guys are nuts. Corpola and Rigolato in the backfield. Complete to Paulson in the flat on the left side. Makes a couple guys miss. Oh, slips as he crosses midfield. He was one step from breaking that all the way.
Again, just a beautifully thrown ball. Looked like a laser beam coming out of his hand there. And a nice catch and run by Paulson, who, I mean, if he's tipping the scale at 150, I'm shocked.
Well, you know, and with Corpola and Regalato, I'm telling you about my fantasy football league with its Elmwood Park roots. There's a lot of vowels in the backfield going on right there.
Giovanni Regalato.
You gotta love that. In fact, I wrestled with a Pete Regalato at Augustana, and there may be a connection there.
Never know. You never know. It's like the Knights are going to punt the ball away here. First time, I believe, tonight.
Well, and as Kaneland tradition, having a quarterback who can punt, it works so well because he can go into the pooch formation and just drives defenses nuts. Marchuk gets a nice one away. Williams will field it on the bounce and then drops it.
Now it's a scrum, but Williams wins the scrum.
I don't know. Isaiah was trying to put the claw on him.
Isaiah made the attempt to get the claw in, but Williams was in a little better position there.
So I'm looking for some fresh numbers out there, but defensively, Jim, it looks like most of the starters are still in. From the aforementioned Isaiah Baronclaw, Kyle Deal, Hammermeister.
They got number 38 in there, Leo Arredondo. He's a sophomore, it looks like.
Hall, straight drop, flushed with pressure to the right. He's going to run. Got some quickness. Tackled in the open field.
Looks like he's got enough for a first down there.
Hall.
Indeed, he does.
That he does.
Matt Knoll with the stop. First and 10 for Marshall. The 24-yard line.
Matt Knoll and
Joey Esposito's in there.
Esposito was there too.
Matt Noel, is he a starter? He wasn't in there before, was he? There's a few lineup changes there. Give these guys a little taste of it.
Hall down the right side. In and out of the receiver's hands.
Good defense there by the claw.
Let's say we call him Ike. Poor kid, we'll just never call him by his real name.
Believe me, that's a term of endearment. No disrespect meant whatsoever. He's had a great game.
Yeah, you're right. He's really been all over the field.
We're keeping up our tradition of coming up with nicknames for our guys.
Hey, we grew up in the ESPN era, and that was, you know, that's what Chris Berman does.
That's right.
Monty Hall scrambling. Tackled. Hammermeister on the shoestring tackle out in the open field.
Unfortunately tonight, Monty has not chosen the correct door here, or the right curtain.
And
And that concludes 3 quarters of play. We'll turn it around and bring you the 4th quarter after this here on TV 17.
What if we told you there's a new utility vehicle out there with the most advanced engine in its class? That it has 3 cylinders with dual overhead cams. That it has 50 horsepower and intense acceleration. Now what if we told you it was a John Deere? Prepare to have your expectations shattered by the all-new Gator XUV 825i.
Stop by Buck Brothers today in Hampshire, Harvard, Libertyville, or Wakanda to see one of the new John Deere Gators.
And a pretty impressive showing by the Knights so far. Here to start the 4th quarter, leading by 37 points, up with a score of 43-6. Visiting Marshall Commandos have 3rd and long, and now get called for delay of game.
They were trying to draw the Knights offside there with a little bit of a hard count. And nothing doing. The Knights were not biting, which shows good discipline there on the defense.
Commandos take a timeout, and so will we. Back in a moment.
Attention campers. Attention campers. If you're looking for a new or pre-owner travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacationland in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacationland RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
If you like pizza, TV 17 Coupons has some great deals. How about $20 worth of menu items from Pisano's Pizza in Elburn for $10, or a large cheese pizza with 3 toppings, a $20 value for $10 from Genoa's Pizza in Sugar Grove. Save money. Use TV 17 coupons.
So after an unsuccessful attempt to draw the Knights off sides with a hard count, Marshall took a timeout, gathered themselves, and faced 3rd and 7. Handoff to Williams on the far side. Hammermeister with the first hit. And then Gomes cleaning it up. Good linebacker play by the Knights, and their defense in total will bring up a punting situation for the Commandos. And that's all it is a punting situation, because they faked it, a couple times.
Well, they got Williams back there as the punter, and he's pretty much the do-it-all guy for this team. He and his partner number 2, Monty Hall.
Well, and they're 50% on their fake punt ratio, although that failed attempt really did them in early in the 3rd quarter, deep in their own territory. Williams fields a bouncing snap and fortunate to just get a punt off. Paulson wisely lets the ball roll dead, be touched down at the Knight 39.
Got about 30 yards net on that, so, I mean, not terrible considering it was a bobbled snap. The snap actually came rolling into him.
Well, and we said it about the point after attempts. They don't take pictures of them in the scorebook. That's going to look like a really nice punt.
Yeah, he's got what I call the 0-step punt down. I mean, he gets it and kicks it.
Well, he almost has to. So, Korpler with an inside give. That's Regalado with a nice carry. Cross midfield, knocked out of bounds about the 43-yard line.
Giovanni says, I'm not running out of bounds, my friend. You're going to have to take me down. I love it. He just made himself a new fan in the press box.
That's right. And over by there in Elmwood Park, we would call it Giovanni. Same play. Regalado running hard off the left tackle. Gets a nice block, cuts it back all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Giovanni Regalado. Little bit of a high step over there. Forget about running out of bounds. I'm going for pay dirt.
He read his block well, and like you said, certainly not afraid of the contact, but good acceleration as well. It's a quick injury timeout, it appears. Number 19, Wesley Walker, taking a knee. Looks like he might just be cramping up a little. He's been out there probably 90% of their plays yet tonight. So yeah, he'll be able to limp it off on his own. He's going to have to get some fluids. I bet you we'll see him in a play or two, though.
Good to see him off on his own power, nothing serious. Looked like he was cramping up a little bit, which, you know, when you play the whole game, it's hard sometimes to build up enough fluids beforehand.
Do you run the same play 3 times in a row? You do. You run it until they stop it, and they haven't. Look at Regalado in for the score!
Giovanni!
Oh, my!
Nice bit of running in this drive. All Giovanni Regalado.
Well, and although it was the same play called, it developed 3 different ways, and most notably, different on the last one. Number 1, he put his head down, took a nice pop, high leg drive, but then he cut it back to the middle and just would not be denied the end zone.
Which is why all the defensive coaches say wrap when you tackle. He ran into a brick wall, but he wasn't wrapped, so he did the right thing, kept his legs moving. Next thing you know, he's dancing in the end zone.
Point after attempt is no good, but the Knights extend the lead to 43. We'll be back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
Many jobs today now require your fingerprints on record before you can be considered for employment. Midwest Fingerprinting of Sugar Grove uses live scan technology to get this done. Live scan is the inkless electronic system to capture fingerprint images in a digitized format that can be transmitted to the Illinois State Police for processing. You need this for all kinds of jobs, including school bus drivers, hospital and nursing home employees, car dealers, scrap metal recycling centers, as well as applicants for concealed carry firearms. Just contact Vic Chrissy at Midwest Fingerprinting at 6 South Main Street and give him a call to set up an appointment.
Welcome back, Kaneland High School football fans. Some things never change. This is like the Kaneland of old, out to a 40-plus point lead with the running clock here in the fourth quarter. Roger Williams takes the kickoff to the far side. Still on his feet. Holy cow. Refusing to go down. He must have been pushed out of bounds. They did blow the whistle.
And he never did go down, by the way.
No, sir. Well, and speaking of refusing to go down, Giovanni Rigolato took it in from 16 yards out. They ran the same play 3 times, inside handoff, off tackle left. He showed explosiveness, he showed quickness, and he showed a whole lot of desire.
He may have just played himself into the lineup, too.
Well, and we were talking about, you know, the chance to build some depth and how important that is, especially when you've got all the new faces at the varsity level like the Knights do this year. But again, you know, we would think that the coaching staff and certainly parents have to be very pleased with the week-over-week improvement from week 1 to week 2.
I would agree.
Monty to Williams. Talk about running the same play. Boy, he's going to sleep well tonight.
I'll tell you what, though, you got to tip your hat to these young men from Marshall. They've played really hard. They've played good, clean football, and they are not giving up. They are playing until the last whistle.
You know, and yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Jim. You're right. It's even though they've faced a superior opponent and they're taking their lumps on the scoreboard, you've not seen one altercation, no chippiness. Very clean, very well played game, and was actually pretty close through 2 quarters. Knights kind of extended it out there with the 31-yard pass towards the end of the second quarter. But Marshall hung with them for the first half.
They did. Had a nice long sustained drive on that one drive. And
see the wishbone for the first time tonight. Tackled by 4 Knight defenders. Owen Corpola leading the charge. Our man Isaiah also in there.
The claw.
Corpella on the defense. Williams, the ball carrier.
So I've also, you know, a couple things that I've been impressed with kind of in review here tonight, Jim. You know, nobody ever talks about the offensive line, and over the years, you know, that has really been kind of a staple of Kaneland football. And tell you what, they really did a good job of giving Jake Marchuk a lot of time to pass tonight.
Yep, I would agree with that. I think time will tell, Larry. Good run there.
Yeah, Hall showing some good quickness. Looked like Zach Douglas was going to get him in the backfield, but Emonte Hall has some quicks, and he outran him. Picked up about 6 yards. It's going to bring up, yeah.
A little frustrating for Douglas. I think he thought he had a good chance to grab him in the backfield, and Monty showing his speed there around the end. Just had enough to keep it out in front of Mr. Douglas there.
Yeah, in hindsight, Zach may want to have dove when he was close, try and catch a heel, knowing that he probably wouldn't win that foot race. Direct snap to Harris.
Good
nice play. Luke Olson.
Luke Olson, textbook tackle. Now, I know this probably isn't possible, but could he have possibly been on the Aurora Superstar?
Well, and not only was it a textbook tackle, but you know, positionally he couldn't have played his position any better, and then finished it by executing the tackle.
Perfect.
Kind of reminded me of a Blake Bradford, the way he made that play there. That outside linebacker, strong safety position. So with that nice stop by Luke Olson, turnover on downs. And we have another change at quarterback. Yeah, Grant Burris taking the snaps. Quarterback keep. Nowhere to go.
He slipped a little bit right out of the gates, and that just got him in trouble.
Johnson and Taylor, number 55, number 57, into step for Marshall. Brings up second down. The Marshall 42-yard line.
Almost looked like he was running, maybe going to run an option there.
Not the old quarterback draw or quarterback trap we've seen, which we like to call play number 5, which goes back to the Boone Thorgerson era. But it was a keep by design of sorts.
There's the number 5.
That's it.
Almost picked up what he lost.
The ball carrier. Jabal Taylor, number 57, with the stop.
And the faithful Rowdy section has stayed for the duration, really making their presence known. And you know what? We talk about how much fun high school football is. How much fun are those kids in the stands having down there?
The Rowdies have come to play tonight, as have the Knights.
So it'd be just another couple snaps, and you got to think Burris will keep it on the ground, and he does. Off tackle right, positive yardage. Williams is in the backfield trying to steal the ball. You got to like the never give up attitude there.
Oh yeah, there's no quit in these boys.
Number 4 for Marshall for the defensive play.
So again, you know, to kind of review, an impressive first half by the Knights, a couple methodical drives the first quarter. Marshall answered. Kaneland scored a couple more times before half, but as week 1 was kind of marred with some mistakes and missed opportunities, this has really been a good showing. You've got to be a big confidence builder for these Kaneland Knights here tonight.
Solid football game.
And that will do it as Burris keeps it on the ground one last time. The final, the Kaneland Knights 49, visiting Marshall Commandos 6 points. And again, Jim, big confidence builder, big improvement from week 1 to week 2.
Yep, we come back against Rich Central next week. We'll see how the week's practice goes for the Knights, see if we can get Isaac Swithers back from his ankle injury. And I'm